Okay, now Holly, I noticed that you have a lot of different varieties. Out in the big greenhouse, you have waves and waves of the same thing. In here, there's all kinds of little amazing things that I can look at. Can you tell me the difference?
Sure. Well, I think a lot of it is this is more of an area where people can come and see some of the new and unique varieties of things we have. We have seen a really large change in how people plant. It's not just about marigolds and geraniums anymore. We can do things like this is called diamond frost euphorbia. It's an awesome plant. We actually blooms all the time. We can grow this in the fall, in the winter, and we put it in with our poinsettias because we start our poinsettia propagation in July.
Okay.
Okay, so we do that. This is a Kupfia. It's called firecracker, or you could even see a little bat face on it.
Oh, yeah.
So these pots here are basically smaller pots that people can put into containers. We see such a huge influx of container pots. We have people that we do custom potting for.
Okay.
You can bring your pots in, and we are glad to put together topiaries, baskets, pots, whatever you want. We also do a little potting night where people come in. The weather wasn't real conducive to that this year, and we had a couple ladies come in yesterday, 4 exactly, and they said, "Can we still do potting night during the day?" And we said, "Sure." So we offer a little service we call Pot on the Spot. So if you want to come in and pot your pots yourself and leave the mess with us, we're happy with that.
Well, I like that idea.
So we do a lot of that. There's another plant over here that is sort of a new plant. And we've had lots of oohs and ahs over this.
I planted one of those last year,
Did you?
and they were so much fun.
This is called Burgundy Thread Alternanthera. A lot of times people don't always want the flower, they want the foliage. So we offer a lot of different types of foliage plants. So you have the hypoestes, you have the licorice plant, you have the variegated ficus like this guy here. And a lot of those types of plants add a lot of interest to your pots, and then you also are able to put color into your pots and add a lot of contrast. Sometimes it's the contrast that makes your pots really pop.
Now, you keep talking about pots, but can I plant these in the ground if I wanted to? If I had a little bitty rock garden or something right by the front door where I wanted something very interesting?
Right, this plant right here is also a Kupfia, which is what we talked about before. This one we call Mexican heather. That's the nickname for it. And this plant is awesome in rock gardens. It is a drought-tolerant plant, and it mounds up. It looks like a little shrub that gets about 12 to 15 inches. Unfortunately, it's not in this area, but we do carry a large selection of perennials.
Okay.
And we do some flowering shrubs. So that's something that we've added this year is a lot of different types of flowering shrubs that we have outside. The perennials, that's sort of my background. My parents also have a greenhouse.
Oh, okay.
And my brothers are in that business, and so they do the perennials, and then I married into this business.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it works out
Excellent.
good.
So at least you. Now, what do you guys talk about at night? Do you talk flowers all day and all night, or is it getting into family and fun things?
My kids would probably say we talk flowers all the time. I don't think we do. We're pretty active. We sort of take the whole philosophy around here that as long as you put your family first, everything else will fall into perspective, and we really push that and encourage our employees to do the same thing.
Excellent.
So
Can't ask more than family.
If you have a wedding, if you have a graduation, whatever you need to do, then we all sort of team together and work around that. So you can go do your thing.
I think I remember one time, I think your oldest was going through prom or something, as our kids were too, and we were talking about all the fun things that go along with prom.
And we are so blessed to have a staff that says, you guys go down on Main Street, take your pictures, do whatever, and it works out really good.
That's great.
It works out really good.
Well, talking about proms and things, where do I get a corsage? Why don't you show me?
And we'll take a look.
We just finished prom season. However, there's always a good reason for a corsage. Can you tell us a little bit about how I can come in? I like this because I remember just coming in and saying, give me something pink. But now you can choose different kinds of ideas.
Well, I have to tell you that when it comes to prom and most of the high school dances, we work with a lot of moms.
Oh, I know.
A lot of moms, just because our guys don't know what color dress or don't realize that blue is not blue or green is not green.
Right.
So we do have people that bring in their dress colors, but what we do is we put this corsage board together. And what's so nice about the corsage board is you can see different styles. So for example, this one is an all rose, this one is a mix, this is a mix. We might have one with roses and a mix. We're seeing the little boutonnieres down here of what we do. This is just really good. Most people are really visual, and it really helps. So when we start out on an order, Patty, with a corsage, usually our first question is, what's your dress color?
Right.
Okay, and then do we need a wrist? Most of the prom dresses do need a wrist just because of how they're built today, or not built, however you want to look at that. But then we offer the different things with the different wristlets. So for example,
what a great idea.
Yeah, we have like the rhinestone wristlet, which is now then a keepsake after the girls get done.
Oh, how cool.
We have some that are just like the pearls, and then we just have a traditional, I don't know if I've got one on here, traditional wristband, and that's this guy right here. And this is just the stretchy type of wristband that people can use if they want to do that. So it's really nice to be able to do this. We're seeing a lot of interest in the extras. So the little pearl sprays, wires are really fun and funky. Butterflies and crystals. You'll see this one right here, this corsage right here, has some wire twist in it.